Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and I'm joined by Redders, and today we're going to be doing a quick review for the Halo TV series episode 6 titled Solace. And I really enjoyed this episode. It's been on a sort of a high for the last few episodes. This one was another one up there. I've seen a lot of people online saying it's the best episode of the season. I don't think it is as good as the last one, but it was still really, really good. What did you think of it? We'll just jump in with
I,
sort of overall thoughts
you know what?
first.
I really enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it from a storytelling standpoint. Yeah, the action scenes of the last episode were great, and I want to see more of that. But I thought, dealing with the fallout from that episode, and I thought it was just solid storytelling. I really enjoyed it. I'm enjoying the development of Master Chief. And for me, this episode, especially last episode, it highlighted the fact that the show does much better when there's either very little or no Quan.
Yeah, I think she was literally only in it in a sort of hallucination scene for about 20 seconds, if that.
Yeah, yeah,
That whole subplot with her and Soren is gone in this episode, and it's so much better. It was
so
fun.
much
It was
better.
such a good episode. Um, Unfortunately, they did show like the teaser for the next episode is online, and that was all Quan focused. So episode
Yeah.
7 doesn't look fantastic. It looks like they obviously they used their budget up again. Back in the desert
Maybe
we go.
maybe
So
its redeeming quality would be that she gets killed in that episode though, and then we never have to
fingers
go back to
crossed.
that story.
Fingers crossed. If only. I feel sorry because the girl who plays is probably a lovely girl, but
Yeah,
it's just unnecessary. Like
it
it,
takes away from the main story, and I don't like that.
it
She's not the main story. Like
yeah.
no one's really invested in her story at this point. At least I'm not.
No, no. Do you know what? That plot with her and everything would make a great good sort of side show or a web series or even a sci-fi show that wasn't Halo,
Mm.
like about them resistance and all that. And but it just doesn't. It takes away from what Halo is Halo to me. I don't care,
Yeah, I agree.
and I'm not
I
that
wouldn't
into
mind so much.
Halo, and I
I wouldn't
still
mind
don't
so
care.
much if her story was interwoven somehow into what's actually going on with Master Chief, but it's not. It's very much of, okay, she's here. Oh, Master Chief, oh, helm of humanity, woo, and all that, and then she fucks off to a different planet and like does her own story arc for the next 4 episodes.
Yeah,
It's like,
I'm
I just
assuming
don't
she'll
care.
tie back in, but I don't know how. But here we go.
As long as it ends with her dying, I'll be happy because she is like literally the doom and gloom of the show for me. I don't care about her story.
Yeah.
I know that sounds awful because I'm sure like she was really excited to sign on to this project. I just think she's not needed. There's not one part of the story where she's needed.
No.
People want to know about the artifact. They want to know about the Halo. They want to know about Master Chief. Quan is literally just a bolt on.
Yeah.
She's like a bad paid for DLC.
So I will say spoilers before we sort of get into the sort of plot details of this episode. So you have been warned. If you don't want to know, just leave a like and piss off now. But if you do do want to
Jog
hear what we
on.
have to say, stay around and listen. So this episode follows on straight after the sort of battle in the last episode. The artifact's been stolen by the Covenant, and obviously they dropped off. Is she called Kai, the blonde-haired?
Yeah.
They've
Thai
dropped.
125.
Yeah, they dropped her off, and she's now in like a prison. And basically, the whole story is sort of Master Chief sort of overcoming like all the shit from the last episode, all that emotion and all that sort of like the history and the memories coming back. It follows on with the sort of follow up with what happened to Halsey after the shit
He's,
show. What happened?
he's all but done with it now, and he's
Yeah.
sick of his shit.
And then basically it's his interactions with Kai and her basically going, "You're, I am like you. We are the same," basically, and that's a really good dynamic. You don't really know where it's going, and like you think she's just playing him, and then right at the end, you're like, "There seems to be more here." Maybe she. I feel like spoilers. I feel like she may end up being good
Oh,
in
you
the
mean
end.
the blessed one, not Kai.
Yeah, the
The blonde
blessed
one.
one, not
Yeah,
Kai.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Kai
I
is
can't remember her name.
Kai is the one who was popped a chip out of her back. She doesn't die in the last episode, thankfully, and like 5 seconds later, she's back to just walking around, just
I
sort of
found
like
that
holding
I
her
found
hip
that
and
quite
that
funny.
going.
I found that quite funny because like right at the beginning of the episode, she's fucking battered. I mean, she's
Yeah,
got blood coming everywhere. She's in shitloads of pain.
yeah. They keep
Like
jabbing her with the the pain relief, and then like
Get
5 minutes
ibuprofen
later,
and
it's like next week of WWE Raw. She's got like a bandage around her and she's fine, but she's like, ooh, I've been battered with a chair, but I'm fine. That's how it
yeah,
came across to me. But
all the work.
they developed her character a bit more, and I really like that. And I
Yeah,
think she's a really good character, but I do think she's going to die. She isn't in proper canon. She's
yeah.
expendable. She's going to die at the end of this
I
season.
hope not,
I
because
feel like she may die.
she is one of my favorite parts of this whole show. I don't know why I'm so drawn to her, because she
No,
doesn't really play that big of a significant role. I mean, she is basically just she saw
no.
Master Chief do something, so she's done it herself, and she's like,
Does she? I'm
but
assuming she has
she's
the
such a
hots for
lovable
him.
character. Yeah, maybe.
Actually, do you
Yeah,
know what she's
maybe.
going to do? She's going to die saving Kwan, so Kwan doesn't die, just to make us
Oh,
all
don't do me
rage.
like that. No,
That's how it'll
no.
be.
If that happens, I'm not watching season 2.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
so
Done.
so she dies, and then Kwan takes her armor and is like I say, Master Kwan, and that's
Next
how it
one.
goes on. See, we've sorted this out. It's all good.
God, I hope not. I hope Kwan doesn't make it to season 2. I really do. And that sounds awful, but she's just such a drag.
They'll do it like Fear the Walking Dead. It'll be a spin-off like Fear the Halo, and it's just Kwan on a planet on her own doing some shit.
Master Kwan
Master Kwan, that's
in,
it.
in Soren's body mech suit.
It'd be amazing. I want it. I don't know why. Just not the main show, but you give me that as a side plot on a side show, I'll be all over that. It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I did like the whole interactions with obviously Master Chief and Halsey in this episode, where like he basically tries to kill her just to see what Katana's limits
Just to see
are.
what the AI is capable of,
So
yeah.
he chucks Halsey in this room and just like switches off all like the defenses, and it's like, yeah, you're gonna get poisoned to death in like 10 seconds. And he's like,
Yeah,
save a Cortana, you can do it. Make me do it. He's got his hand on the switch, hasn't he? He's like,
yeah.
right, let me move my arm. And she's like, I can't do that.
Like
I can
radiation
only,
chicken, isn't
yeah, I can only shut you off. And then with like 1 second left, he shuts it off. Chuck Halsey on phone. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to save you next time. Fucking walks off. It's like, it's amazing.
Yeah, he's
Um,
definitely becoming a much stronger character, I think.
yeah.
And, yeah,
Hal,
he's no longer that puppet, is he?
no, I like it. I think he's a good actor, and I think he does a good Master Chief, whether people like it or not. The Cortana voice actress is on
I
par as
love
always, but
Cortana.
she's exactly the same as the TV show, the game in the TV show. So you can't say anything there. Hal's character is like flicks between good, evil, and self-righteous all the time.
Yeah, she's
It,
very sinister, isn't she? A lot more's come out in
yeah,
this episode about what she actually did to those children. So
yeah. She gets removed from
it's
power and basically put on like house arrest. And they, is it Miranda, the general's daughter, gets promoted to sort of
yeah,
like
yeah.
head of research. But there's a bit like behind the scenes conflict there with Halsey, who's still like hacking in and stuff, trying to keep control.
She's
Very,
using
very
that
interesting.
lens, isn't she, to record?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm enjoying that story development.
Mm.
I'm one of those. I don't need the big action scenes for it to be good. I like seeing where the characters go.
Yeah,
Um,
it does TV show well. Like I say, you need a bit of
yeah,
action to call it Halo. You need it in there, and like last episode was fantastic for that. It had the
yeah,
drama and it had the action. This one was like full on storytelling, plot progression, and it
it
had
was
the big
solid.
reveal at the end, which made up for not having any action.
Yeah,
But it was still fantastic. Like I say, it's only just below last episode for me, and that was a very high sort of 9, whereas this
I'd put it.
one was like
I'd put it above the last episode. The only redeeming
because
quality
there's
of the
no
last,
Quan.
yeah, the only the only redeeming quality of the last episode was the last 15
Mm.
minutes of that action scene. That was like full Halo.
This is the
But
problem when you watch something and then it's a week later till you watch the next one. Like if we were watching it back to back to back, it would be easier to sort of because like you remember the best bits a week later, you don't
yeah,
remember the bad stuff. So I think when
yeah,
we
yeah.
finish the whole season, we might do a full watch through and like do an overall review.
Mm.
Um, but we'll quickly wrap this up by getting to the end where basically Master Chief is like, bugger this, I'm going to find out. And he grabs hold of the
Yeah,
artifact again.
she's taught him, isn't she, that if he just relaxes to the visions and like embraces
Yeah.
them rather than fight against them, then
He won't
like
go all like crazy, sort of shaking and like
yeah.
dying. So
But
he does some yoga while he's holding it. and he chills out, and then he can.
Yeah.
Basically, it says that he can control it. Basically, that's how she.
Their bodies become one, don't they?
Yeah.
Because like his heart rate and her heart rate match. And
Yeah, so he starts to like go crazy holding it, and then she's in her cell and she's like going ah, and that woman's like, "What the fuck's going on here?" That woman trying to feed her dinner, like, I didn't sign up for this. And then then they're both just stood there and they're on the Halo, and it looks fantastic. It's amazing. It's a
I
really
like
good
that they
Halo
give,
reveal.
like you can blatantly see that it's the Halo, but they don't give it too much away.
Yeah,
It's like
and it has
yeah,
this weird, awkward thing where he's like touching her face. And I said this before the show. It looks like obviously he's touching her to see if she's really there and she's communicating with him, and she is. But it
yeah.
looks like he's about to like lean in and give her a proper snog. Like it was very sort of like.
I think it's like
he was,
a we've become one kind of moment. I think that's what it is.
yeah, tongues in. That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah,
But it was such a good episode, like I said, and like I'm hoping it just keeps going with these last sort of 3 episodes. Now we're on a high. Let's keep it up.
yeah, yeah. Solid, absolutely solid. Yeah, probably my favorite episode to date.
Yeah, definitely one of the best. Top, if not top 2 for me. Like I say, I'm still thinking the last episode was amazing, but like I say, you are right. There were some crap in that, whereas this one had no Quan stuff.
Yeah.
So in terms of that, it probably is slightly better. I don't know. I'd have to watch them both back to back again, like I say, to fully judge.
Yeah.
But they've both been great, and I'm really looking forward to the next episodes. Can't wait.
Absolutely. Yeah, really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Up.
But that's that for this video then, guys. If you've liked it, hit that like button, hit subscribe, check out the playlist for all the past episode reviews, and we will be doing an episode 7 review once it's out. We'll try and get it in a bit quicker, because like I say, we're sort of doing it at the weekend. We'll try and get it out as quick as possible after the show airs. But yeah, if you can hit subscribe, it helps us out massively. Share the video with everyone on social. Share it with your nan. That's it. And we'll see you next week, guys, for another review. Bye for now.
In a bit.